Welcome everybody to look at one of the last film releases from Radiance Films for 2025, and it is 1969's Une femme douce, also known as A Gentle Woman, directed by Robert Bresson, who I've not seen anything else from before. It's a drama, clocking in at 89 minutes long, and much like with the director, not seen anything from the cast before either, I believe. But whether or not that will change, we'll have to see in the future. So, yeah, when his young wife commits suicide with no explanation, an introspective pawnbroker looks back on their life together, basically to try and discuss, try and work out why she has committed this act. So, this is an overall engaging drama whose use of amateur actors lends a hefty amount of realism to its depiction of a relationship that is seemingly doomed from the start. This is due to the effective characterization, which has the husband clearly being the more traditional and more money minded person in the relationship, while the wife is more rebellious and sympathetic with those less fortunate due to her own poor upbringing, and they kind of butt heads in a lot of ways in this regard. There is some common ground between them, but yeah, it does seem like even from the start that the wife is kind of reluctant to actually get married, as she doesn't really see marriage as something worth doing. Whereas obviously our husband is a much more traditional minded person. He's thinking of the future in terms of capital and saving money to, you know, do whatever they want to do in future life. And he's talking about 4 or 5 years of how this is going to take to get to that kind of point. But that said, the pacing is also on point. The narrative structure is well executed. The cinematography is superb. The cast is good. The score is decent, and the themes are well realized. I wouldn't say it's particularly entertaining. But then again, it is quite a heavy effort. You know, any film that's going to start off with the suicide of one of our main characters is always going to be in that kind of light. But I do think the way that it does depict the suicide is really, really well done. It's not exploitative or in any way like that. Basically, all you see in terms of the suicide is a table with some ornament or something on it fall away from the edge of a balcony, and there's a shawl that the woman is wearing when she jumps off that floats through the air, and then all you hear is a bunch of cars screeching to a halt and people running towards her body, and then you see her body on the ground, but there's minimal blood there. So yeah, it's all very well done and not exploitative in the slightest, which is great to see, as obviously suicide is a tragic thing to occur for the person who has committed the suicide, but also for everyone else involved around them. So, yeah, it gets a 3.5 out of 5. It's not my favourite Radiance films released by any means, but neither is it my least favourite that I've ever seen from them. So, yeah, it is well worth seeing, especially if you are looking to get into, the more serious side of French film from the likes of the 60s. That's the colour of the disc there, and we have reversible sleeve artwork. So this is the original artwork on the other side, which I quite like. Looks like a painting, to be honest. The new artwork is done by Olga Polakova Velova. I'm probably saying that wrong. And Shika, so collaboration there. So yeah, we also get a booklet with this release as well, with a couple of shots from the film. And yeah, inside you get cast and your crew, and then we get the behind the facade, Une femme douce and the hiddenness of God from 2025 by Alex Barrett. And then from 1973, we have an interview with Robert Bresson by Ronald Hyman. And then we have transfer notes and credits. So again, we have shots from the film throughout as well. So in this scene alone, you can see that our leading lady is not entirely comfortable with the position that she's got herself into. Although you can understand why she does get married to the guy, because, like I said, she's from a very poor upbringing. She's not someone that seemingly has any means of income. In fact, she only comes across our guy because she's selling stuff off that she owns to him as a pawnbroker. So you can fully see why she gets into this relationship, but you can also see that she's doing it reluctantly as well. So yeah, this film was restored in 2K from the original negative in 2013. The film restoration was carried out using tools to remove dirt and improve stabilization, completed with the support of CNC by Eclair Group and L.E. Dierpossen for Paramount Pictures and Cine Mag Bedard. with the collaboration of Mylène Bresson. So, yeah, not a brand new 2K restoration by any means, but it still looks and sounds pretty damn good, quite frankly. No issues in terms of sound quality or picture quality. And then on the disc itself, got uncompressed mono PCM audio commentary by Michael Brook from 2025, Over Her Dead Body, a visual essay by Christina Alvarez Lopez and Adrian Martin from 2025 that clocks in at 17 minutes long. Then he got a 7-minute archival interview from 1969 with Robert Bresson, a 6-minute archival interview from 1987 with Dominique Sander, image gallery, and new English subtitle translation for this release as well. So yeah, it's overall a solid drama, another one that I am glad to have seen, even if I'm not someone that was entirely bowled over by it. But yeah, it's a fairly decent penultimate ending to Radiance Films 2025 release. Do have one more from them to look at, and it is someone that we have talked about before as far as the director is concerned, and it is a Luchino Visconti film. We obviously talked about him with Senso in the past, and it is Lenotti Bianchi. So, yeah, we'll be reviewing that before the year is up, but still, if you have seen Une Femme Douce before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, but nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.